everyone, it's Emily, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about my June TBR. So I am normally very much a TBR person. I like the structure and order that comes with kind of creating and executing a TBR throughout the month. And that's mostly just because there are so many incredible books that I'm lucky enough to have that I'm excited to read, and it can get overwhelming sometimes, and it's hard for me to pick one, especially when I just don't know exactly what I want to read and I just want to read all of them at once, and that's obviously not possible. And so it really, really helps for me. And sometimes if I don't create a TBR, I can just kind of get into a slump where I just don't know what to read because I want to read everything. And so it really helps for me to just set aside some a month and just say, look, just read these, just one book at a time, like one step at a time. Then we can get through the books that I have to read on my shelves. And that is honestly so helpful. It's not that I won't allow myself to read a book if I'm in the mood for it, but just overall, it's really helpful for me to have a TBR to stick to. But I've done that pretty well for the last 6 to 8 months. And I am just kind of in the mood to mood read, frankly. And it's perfect timing. Chelsea Palmer, I'll link her channel down below, has announced the Mood Readathon. It's the weekend of her birthday, starting June 14th, I believe. And it's basically just a readathon to read whatever you're in the mood for. If you're in the mood to read or not read, then just do whatever you feel like. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about the month in general. There are a few things that I have for in-person or YouTube read-alongs or meetups that I want to get to, but other than that, I kind of want to leave it open. So without further ado, let's get to the ones that I'm going to be doing for different meetups or read-alongs. So we'll start with, so I'm part of an organization, or on the board of an organization called Eco Women, and they have a DC chapter that does a seasonal book club meetup about books that deal with environment and women. And so the one that they have for June, I believe they're considering that their spring meetup, is Radium Girls by Kate Moore. This is the story, it's a nonfiction book, it's the story of radium, as the title might suggest, and it's about the discovery of radium, how it was originally used, how it was marketed in particular to women, and once people started to realize the health effects of radium, it's about their push to get it regulated so that people were aware of those health effects and the kind of pushback to that attempt to control access to radium. So this should be pretty interesting. I'm excited to get to this. I'm going to be traveling a lot in June as well, and so I think I'm going to need to pick some that are, good books to just kind of get through while traveling. And this one's pretty early on in the month. Well, kind of in the middle. It's June 11th, so I really just kind of need to get to this early on in the month. So excited to dig into that one. There's also the continuation of the YouTube read-along for the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series. So Dreams of God and Monsters is the one that they've got set aside for June. And this is a chunky one. So this is the third book, as I said, in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series by Laini Taylor. I've talked about this in multiple videos, so I'll link those instead of talking again about this series. But it's been a pretty good one. I've overall really enjoyed it so far, so I'm excited to get to the third one. And yeah, should be a good plain book too. So the final one is for a feminist book club that I like to go to, and they are reading My Sister the Serial Killer this month, and that's on on Scribd this month as well. And so I think I've got it set aside on Scribd and should have access to that soon. So I'm going to make that one of my audiobooks for next month. I like to mix in a few audiobooks as well, and that way can kind of mix it up, get through some more books, but I also just like having a few audiobooks that I'm excited about, so I think I'll listen to that one on audio since it's available. So now there are some other ones that I'm excited about at the moment, so we'll see how I feel once I actually want to pick up some books and try to decide what I take on my trips with me, and just kind of see how I'm feeling right before while I'm packing and see what books I ultimately put in my bag. I kind of want to finish some series. That's kind of been a theme of what I've been reading recently. So I kind of would like to focus on just wrapping up some series, or at least getting as far as I can with the ones that have been published. So I'm super excited to get to Thunderhead, so I might do that this month. This is the second book in the Arc of the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. I read Scythe last month and I loved it, and so I hope this book is as good as the other one, and I've heard it is. So this one might be one that I get to. I also this month read A Torch Against the Night, and I've got A Reaper at the Gates, and so probably gonna get to this at some point soon, maybe this month. And this is by Sabatihir. This is the third one in that series, and this is the last one that she has out right now. She's currently writing the fourth book in this series, and so, I mean, I'm not pressured to get to this because the fourth one won't be coming out for a while, so maybe I just want to wrap it up, but I hope I don't wrap it up and then wait long enough that I need to refresh myself on this series, so we'll see. I also recently read Truth Witch by Susan Dennard, and so I also have Sight Witch and Wind Witch. So yeah, we'll see if I get to these soon. And these just follow, I think, like, it's a continuation of the story, and they kind of change different perspectives throughout the story. So I think these change and just, like, they still follow the same characters, but I think in different books, different characters are just kind of the more dominant perspective that you hear from. So I'm not sure if the Wind Witch is the main perspective in this one. I assume we'll still follow some of the other characters. But, you know, maybe I'll get to these this month, maybe I won't. We'll see. But these are at least some series that I'm excited to continue on with, and so, but yeah, I'll keep you posted on what I end up reading and just kind of see what I'm in the mood for. I'll probably talk about it on Twitter and Instagram, so I'll link those below. I'll also talk about it on my blog, so I'll link that below and let you know how these books are going for me. And be sure as well to subscribe to this channel down below, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.